Well, good evening everyone. It's time for the Principal's Report, this year's virtual valedictory for our students from Tyldesley College. It's good to have so many of you online and joining us on this special occasion. We're not having our formal graduation this year owing to the circumstances of the COVID-19 restrictions, but we hope to do that later in the year. So welcome to our virtual valedictory, an opportunity to say goodbye, or farewell at least, to some of our students who may be returning to join us again from September 2020. Describing what we do at Tyldesley College in concise terms is never an easy task. Of recent times we have been using 3 words to do so: thinking, discipleship, training. At Tyldesley we think deeply about Christian faith and how it relates to our contemporary world. Tyldesley's programmes deal rigorously with current issues of theology and biblical studies, which challenge staff and students to avoid superficiality in faith. We are a thinking college. I am more and more convinced that good theological education in a Bible college setting is about discipleship. We are a community of people committed to teaching others to be followers or disciples of Jesus. The word disciple, mathetes in Greek, of course means learner, but followers are also to be fisher folk. At the very heart of discipleship is our missionary calling. It is only in following Christ and learning from Him that His character can be formed in us. Discipleship is the best description of what we do. Before moving on, it's important to note that our new strapline works by not only identifying discipleship at the centre of what we do at Tyldesley, but it is also the thing we ought always to be thinking about. We're always thinking discipleship. If embraced, this idea will affect and shape our relationships, our motivations, our practice, and our likeness to Jesus. Christian disciples then ought to be lifelong learners. So it is important to refer to the way that learning happens through training. Training in righteousness, yes, but training in all sorts of practical ways also. The skills and gifts that are part of God's grace, His charis grace to us, can be honed and sharpened for effectiveness in Christian service. Training is a vital element of the work at Tyldesley, as seen in our practical placements and hands-on approach to mission. Our faculty and staff are people who have many years of experience in this practice and have a wealth of ability to share. So the college's vision is thinking, discipleship, training. It summarises our raison d'être, our reason for being. It is who we are and what we aim to do. It communicates our purpose and the central values of our work. This year we have had the privilege of walking that road of discipleship with 11 full-time students spread across 2 years of our certificate and diploma programmes. In addition, we have engaged with about 50 other students via different avenues of study and preparation for serving the Lord. In collaboration with Echoes International and others, we've seen First Serve students move from Tyldesley across the world to France, Italy, Canada and Colombia, as well as other parts of the UK. Our Joshua programme still offers part-time study in a variety of delivery systems in both college and local church settings. So this year we've had classes located in Motherwell, Largs, Dundee, Helensburgh, London and the East Midlands. Occasionally we also have open access students, both national and international, who dip in and out of our main programmes as suited to their training needs and varied time constraints. Of course, with COVID-19 we have had some considerable constraints put upon us as a college. From the 18th of March all our students left the college building to return home, but within 2 weeks we were up and running again online, having pivoted the classroom into new virtual learning environments. This has been a huge task, but we're grateful to God for His help. The hard work of staff and the flexibility and understanding of our students has meant that we have been able to complete our programmes on time while meeting all the requirements of our accrediting agency, the European Council for Theological Education. This is no small achievement. So let me warmly congratulate the students for an outstanding year of achievement. Despite some very serious obstacles in the way, you have persevered and overcome by God's grace. Well done to all of you. We look forward with you to a date yet future when we can conduct that formal graduation in less restrictive circumstances. Once again this year, I must pay tribute to the dedicated and highly skilled staff team and our volunteers for outstanding cooperation and sacrificial service. Here is a group of Christians who not only know the call of God in their lives, but who model on a daily basis what it means to trust God in every circumstance, looking to Him alone for their own support as they serve in the college. It has been good to add to our team this year. 2 new part-time members of staff have brought additional strengths. Jackie McKinnon joined as a student welfare manager, and Paul Wilson, who had guested for us as a lecturer previously, has now become part of the regular faculty. We thank the Lord for them both and look forward to working with them more fully in the year ahead. Looking ahead, we are delighted about the recent announcement of Scottish Government that will allow us to start preparing for receiving students back into college environments in September 2020. We've already been making preparations with risk assessments completed and physical distance measures planned. We're looking forward to having a new cohort of around 20 full-time students and reinstating our baccalaureate year in addition to the certificate and diploma. We have 16 of these 20 students already accepted, some in application process, and 1 or 2 that we are praying with who are still seeking God's leading. We sense that there may yet be a few who would join us in the new academic year. So let me take this opportunity to encourage you to think about how we, as Tyldesley College, might serve you. Individually, yes, but perhaps corporately as local churches in the coming year. How could we help you to be thinking discipleship training where you are? How can we assist your local church in training for church planting, church growth, community evangelism, pastoral care and leadership, etc.? How can we serve you? Talk to us about your needs and aspirations, and we can try to map out a solution with you. We have a whole range of possibilities and one that will be a good fit for every need. As I close, I want to thank everyone who has partnered with us in the ministry of equipping God's people for God's work in God's world. Some of you are here with us this evening as our guests. Thank you for your prayers, for your words of encouragement, for your presence on occasions like this, and not least for your financial giving. At Tyldesley, almost all our staff are supported in their work by the Lord through churches who have commissioned them to serve in this way. As a result, our fees are amongst the lowest in the country. We are grateful for this commitment to Tyldesley's ministry. But our bursary and donations fund is also vital to allow us to help support students who may not have all the financial resources at their disposal. Your giving helps support them in their training, and I want to assure you that it's a sound kingdom investment. There are opportunities to do so via the GLOW website, glow-europe.org, in the Partner With Us page, as well as at other times throughout the year. So can I ask you to make that a matter of prayer also? Thank you. Finally, let me say to you that those of you who represent local churches, mission agencies, charities and the like, we are extremely grateful for your partnership with us throughout the year in providing students with placement and internship opportunities. This is invaluable training for students, and we appreciate the initiative and interest you take to deliver on these vital experiences that contextualise and shape student learning. Again, if you would like to work with the college in hosting a student from week to week in your local church, or in team evangelism, or in providing a placement situation, please get in touch with Judith McEwen, our practical ministry tutor. Well, enough from me. My prayer for the Tyldesley students and for each of us is that of Paul the Apostle. In Ephesians 4 verse 13, concerning their discipleship, he prays that this will continue until we all come to such unity in our faith and knowledge of God's Son, that we will be mature in the Lord, measuring up to the full and complete standard of Christ. Amen.